Hey guys, how y'all doing? So, this is Aaron Farmer with mysugarfreejourney.com. Um, sorry, my wife just sent me something. Um, we, yeah, it's been some time. So I want to talk about the end of my fast from yesterday. Um, so my fast ended 4 hours early. I was going to fast through 7:30 because that was when I started the fast. It was going to be a 72-hour fast, and I was going to fast till through 7:30 and then have dinner last night. But something happened at about 3:30, and it started happening about noon. So at about noon, I had a cramp in my left side. So it it like constricted my chest, and I was trying to stretch it out. And I went and bought some light salt so I could do sodium and potassium, and was eating straight salt. Um, and that seemed to have it dissipate for a couple hours, and then I felt it kind of pull every once in a while, and I would just eat more salt every time. And then at 3:30, I got a cramp on my right side, and I went to pull to stretch that out, and then the cramp from my left side came back, and so now I had a cramp on both sides at the same time, and I couldn't breathe. Like I was just trying to hold it together, and I just said, "Take it with it." I don't want to be in pain, so I went and bought some lunch meat, really salty lunch meat. Ate the salty lunch meat. Of course, problem went away. Um, and so a couple things that I want to talk about doing this fasting, because I want 3-day fast to be a normal part of my routine. I want to be able to fast basically 3 days a week for a little while, until I can get down to the weight that I want to be at, because nothing else is working. Being carnivore isn't working. Calorie restricting isn't working. Um, exercise isn't working. One meal a day isn't working. Nothing works. So fasting worked. Fasting, 3-day fast. Even a 3-day fast, I only lost 5 pounds over 3 days. Well, I say only. That's pretty good actually. But it was really amazing to me how hard it was for me to lose 5 pounds. So I'm a guy who lost 200 pounds. I've still got 50, 60, maybe even 80 pounds that I want to lose. Um, but no, none, nothing. What got me to lose 200 pounds, just being keto or whatever, no longer works. My body's very comfortable at where it is right now. It doesn't want to go down anymore. And so, near as I can tell, fasting is probably the only thing that'll work. It's the only tool that I have left in my toolbox. So I hope it works. But I wanted to talk mostly about what I need to remember about next week. So the big thing about next week, as I go into next week's fast, is I have to pay a lot more attention to my electrolytes. So, I need to, get some salt, get some potassium. I've got potassium chloride in my pantry. Probably maybe some baking powder or baking soda rather. Um, it's sodium bicarbonate. It's more sodium, but it's not as salty. And maybe something else. I'll have to look into it. But mix these up, pour them in a gallon of water, and drink that gallon of water. It'll be salty, it'll be nasty, but I've got to get some electrolytes in my. I've got to get some electrolytes in my system, and that's because if I'd have done that, I would have had the ability to make it all the way through the 3-day fast. So cramping was an issue. I need to remember that for next week. The other thing that I need to remember is I worked out on day 1 of the fast, did not work out on days 2 or 3, and I should have. I should have continued to work out during that time, but I wasn't motivated. Now I'm having to work a lot more hours because of this coronavirus being what it is. I work at a grocery store, and we're just swamped, and we're going to be swamped for the time being. And so we need to do everything that we need to do to make sure that, you know, we can get as much food on the shelves as possible. And this is apparently our new reality. This is how we're going to be for the time being. So we've got to focus on, you know, doing whatever it is that we need to do in order to get that taken care of at work, which means a lot of overtime. And I was so tired with all the overtime, I didn't feel like working out, and I probably should have. I probably should have continued to try to put on muscle as we go through this, because it's not a good thing to fast, not work out, because you don't want to lose muscle. In fact, as soon as I finish this video, I think I'm going to work out. And the other thing is that my sleep, I wasn't paying attention to my sleep because I was working so much overtime, because I was doing so much other stuff, and trying to get, you know, my normal routine of a day, trying to keep that in place. It ate into my sleep time. And then, you know, at the end of the fast, I looked at my Fitbit, you know, information, and I was only sleeping about 4 hours a night, which is not good. Now I felt well rested. I wasn't tired. I did get a little tired on day 3. I think that was because of the electrolytes, but I wasn't like at sleepwalking or anything. But I should get more hours of sleep. I should take more care of myself when it comes to that. And you know, the electrolytes were a big thing. But probably the most important thing that I learned about this is that I could do it. A 3-day fast. Days 1 and 2 are not challenging. You know, I didn't like feel hungry all the time and feel miserable. Day 3 was challenging because of the electrolyte issue, and because I knew that I was going to eat dinner, you know, that night, and I was constantly looking forward to, like, I'm going to eat dinner. Now, what I think I will probably do once I get the electrolyte issue squared away is I'd rather not eat dinner on day 3. I'd rather fast through to breakfast on day 4, and that would be about an 80-hour fast. I'd rather do that. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So that's it. That was pretty much what happened with my fasting. Looking forward to doing this. If anybody has any questions, reach out to me. I'll do my best to answer them. But I appreciate you guys listening. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Now I got to figure out how to turn this off. There it goes.